Hi, my name is Arifa Natasha, and I will be presenting about the introduction. Thailand is famous for its rich culture, delicious food, and bustling tourism industry. However, the country is also a major player in the global economy and international trade market, thanks to its strong import and export industry, accounting for a significant portion of its economy. In terms of imports, Thailand relies heavily on machinery and equipment as well as raw materials for its manufacturing industry. The country also imports a significant amount of petroleum and refined oil products to meet its energy needs. Additionally, Thailand imports a variety of consumer goods including automobiles, televisions, and smartphones. The major import partners of Thailand are China, Japan, United States, and Singapore. One of Thailand's main exports is their agricultural products. The country is a major producer of rice, rubber, cassava, as well as a variety of fruits and vegetables. Thailand is also a major producer of seafood, including shrimp, tuna, and squid. Additionally, the country is a major exporter of textile and clothing, as well as automotive parts and electronics. The major export partners of Thailand are China, Japan, United States, as well as Hong Kong. Aside from that, Thailand has a mixed economy that is heavily dependent on exports, tourism, and foreign investment. The country has experienced steady economic growth over the past few decades, with an average annual GDP growth rate at 4.5% between 1990 and 2020. The unemployment rate in Thailand was 1.1% in 2020, which is relatively low compared to many other countries. However, the country still faces issues with income inequality, as the wealthiest 20% of the population holds around 60% of the total wealth. In conclusion, the government has implemented various policies such as increasing the minimum wage, providing cash transfer to low-income families, and investing in infrastructure and social services in rural areas. The government is taking steps to address this issue and promote more inclusive economic growth, since Thailand's import and export industry plays a crucial role in the country's economy, creating jobs and driving growth.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Shazwani and we'll continue with background of problem inflation or unemployment of Thailand. So, here we go. Thailand's unemployment rate is expected to be 1.1% in 2020. The country, however, has recently seen inflationary pressures. Thailand's inflation rate has been rising since early 2020, with the Consumer Price Index (CPI) climbing from 0.3% in January to 1.5% in December of the same year. Food inflation has been driven mostly by rising food prices, particularly for vegetables and fruits. For several decades, Thailand has struggled with inflation, which refers to the rate at which prices for goods and services rise. The Thai government has put in place a number of programs to deal with the problems or unemployment and inflation, such as set price limits on specific commodities and services and rise interest rates as monetary policies to manage inflation. Hence, the public and private sector should collaborate to develop long-term, sustainable solutions that may enhance the country's economic stability and create opportunities for its people. For the next part, as you can see here, is the unemployment rate in Thailand from year 1999 to 2021. Globalization, automation, and increasing labor costs are just a few of the factors that have contributed to increased unemployment in Thailand. Furthermore, tourism, as important source of income for the country, has declined as a result of the COVID-19 outbreak, which has also resulted in many people losing their employment and experiencing income losses. Another aspect that has increased Thailand's unemployment crisis in the country's economic decline is Thailand's economic growth has slowed in recent years, resulting in a dip in investment and a decrease in the demand for workers. The incompatibility between the abilities of the workforce and the talents sought by employers has an impact on the country's labor market. Many Thai workers are unskilled or underqualified for jobs in the country's rising service and technology industries.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Hanif, and I will be talking about the sources of inflation in Thailand. One of the main sources of inflation in Thailand is the supply and demand imbalance. So, when the demand for goods and services exceeds the supply, prices tend to increase. This scenario often occurs in Thailand due to its growing population, increasing consumer demand, and limited resources. This actually creates pressure on prices, which leads to inflation. The next one is the devaluation of the Thai baht. When the value of local currency decreases, the cost of imports increases, leading to higher prices for consumers. This actually can be one of the attribution to various factors such as political instability, monetary policies, and economic conditions. Another source of inflation in Thailand is the monetary policies of the central bank. The Bank of Thailand (BOT) is actually responsible for managing the monetary policies of the country, and changes in the interest rate or money supply can impact inflation. So, additionally, external external factors such as global oil prices and economic conditions in any other countries also play a role in the inflation of Thailand. When the oil prices increase globally, it leads to an increase in the cost of transportation and energy, which in turn results in higher prices for goods and services. Furthermore, Thailand's economy is heavily dependent on exports, and if the demand for Thai goods decreases in other countries due to a slowdown in their economy, it can lead to lower production and higher prices in Thailand. Okay, move on to the next one, which is the effect of growing unemployment rate for Thailand. So, one of the main effects of the growing unemployment rate in Thailand is the decline in the standard of living for individuals and families. When people are unemployed, they are unable to earn a steady income, which leads to a reduction in their purchasing power. This affects the demand for goods and services that contributes to the economic slowdown. Moreover, unemployment can lead to financial difficulties and increased poverty levels, which can have long-lasting impact on the well-being of individuals and families. Next one is it is actually have an impact on the government's finances. With a higher unemployment rate, the government is required to provide social security benefits and unemployment compensation, which can be a strain to the government's finances. Moreover, the government may also have to invest in programs aimed at creating job opportunities, which can further increase its financial burden. On to the next one is unemployment can also have a negative impact on the economy as a whole. When the people of Thailand are unemployed, they are unable to contribute to the economy through their work, which can lead to the decline in productivity. This can result in a slowdown in economic growth and reduce the overall competitiveness of the country. So to sum up that the growing unemployment rate in Thailand is a cause of our concern as it has serious consequences for the economy and the people of Thailand. The government and other relevant stakeholders need to take measures to address this issue and create job opportunities for the people. So, by investing in education and training, promoting entrepreneurship, and creating a favorable business environment, the government can help reduce the unemployment rate and improve the economic prospects for the people of Thailand. Okay, so last but not least, the effect of inflation to Thailand. So, one of the main effects of inflation in Thailand is the decline in purchasing power for consumers. When the prices rise, consumers are able to buy fewer goods and services with their money, which reduces their standard of living. This can lead to economic hardship and increased poverty levels, especially for those who are already struggling to make ends meet. Inflation can also have a negative impact on savings and investment. When inflation is high, the real value of saving decreases as the money saved loses its purchasing power over time. This can discourage people from saving and reduce the pool of funds available for investment, which can slow down economic growth. On to the next one is inflation can also create uncertainty and volatility in the economy. When prices are rising rapidly, it can be difficult for businesses and consumers to plan the future, as they are unable to predict the future price level. This can reduce investment and consumer spending, which can slow down economic growth. So, by implementing effective monetary policies from the government and the central bank, the government and the central bank can help manage the money supply and interest rates, which can have a direct impact on inflation. However, it is important to strike a balance between controlling inflation and promoting economic growth, as too much focus on controlling inflation can lead to a slowdown in economic growth. So, in conclusion, inflation is a persistent problem in Thailand that has serious consequences for the economy and the people. To address the issue, the government and the central bank need to adopt effective policies that promote economic stability and improve the standard of living of the people of Thailand. That's all from me. Thank you.
Next, how to overcome the problem. Firstly, public policy. Our first point is overcoming economic difficulties. The government has implemented policies to promote tourism and export and combat inequality and enhance the business climate. Second, diversifying export. To reduce dependence on US-China trade dispute, the government is proposing to diversify export. Third is alternative form of tourism. To mitigate the impact of pandemic, the government is proposing to support and promote alternative form of tourism. Another that, improving the agricultural sector. The government is proposing to invest in and improve the agricultural sector to increase domestic production. Lastly, addressing high family debt level. The government is proposing to implement measures such as financial education and debt management program to address high family levels. Next, let's move to monetary policy. BOT stands for Bank of Thailand. First, objective of monetary policy. BOT's main goal is to maintain price stability through low and stable inflation. Second, tools for monetary policy. BOT uses of policy rate, reserve requirement, open market operation, and other tools to manage monetary policy. Third, coordination with other agencies. BOT works closely with other government agencies such as the Ministry of Finance to coordinate monetary fiscal policy. Lastly, overall goal of monetary policy. The overall goal of BOT's monetary policy is to maintain price stability, promote sustainable economic growth, and ensure financial system stability.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Arif Farhan and I'm going to be the last presenter and I'm going to tell you about the conclusion of our whole presentation. So moving on to the conclusion, all that you need to know about Thailand is that the stable average annual GDP rate for Thailand is 4.5%. GDP here stands for gross domestic product. And the unemployment rate is at 1.1%, which is kind of low for a country. And the wealthiest people holding 60% of the total wealth. It means that the other 40% is shared by the normal people and the poor. And the last problem that they face for the economy is that inflation and unemployment rate increased due to COVID-19 back in 2020. So how do their government overcome this problem? There are two ways, as been told before. The first one is public policy, where the government try to promote tourism and export activities and attract foreign investment. And the second way is the monetary policy. How do they do it? They are doing it by maintaining price stability and promoting sustainable economic growth. That's all that you need to know about Thailand's economy. So, thank you for watching till the end, madam.